Hi everyone, welcome to Privacy Ninja's weekly podcast series. I'm Andy, and with me today co-hosting the show is Dexter from NT Hack, where they specialize in penetration testing and vulnerability assessments for businesses. And also our guest speaker today is Sarah Tan. Sarah's a recent cybersecurity graduate from NTU. Hi Sarah.
Hello, Andy.
Yeah, hi Sarah. Can you share with
Dexter.
us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, I graduated from NTU last year in July, and so this year I carry on with my full-time job and also started continuously update my own website and started online yoga classes. Yeah.
That's nice. Starting your own yoga classes. How long have you studied yoga?
Since 15, I started learning yoga, and then I took a short break in between for studies before I moved on to be a coach. Yeah. So it was kind of like a passion turned into monetizing. Yeah.
How's the
Nice.
experience like doing online yoga compared to physical in classroom based style?
The difference is in face yoga, it's easier to adjust the posture for your clients or your students. On like online online platforms, when you do yoga, it's pretty much one way. You're showing the posture, but they their posture because they usually want to copy what you're doing. Yeah, so it's a bit more challenging. But of course, then the good thing is you can teach as many students as you can because it's an online class. So people have the internet, they have the mobile phones, computer. So yeah, you get more students in classes some of the days. Yeah.
Yeah. COVID-19 forced you, right, to do online.
I would say that the intention for the online class in the beginning of COVID-19 was to finish up my hours to complete the yoga coach certification, which is 200 hours. So I had no choice. So I started the online to complete the cert and then start the my own yoga classes. Yeah.
200 hours as a requirement to get your yoga certification.
Oh.
Yes.
200 hours. So typically, how long is one class?
1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hour is really enough. If you do to 2 hours, because I'm teaching beginner hatha yoga, it might be too tedious for some. Yeah.
Okay,
So 100 days.
hours. Yeah.
So if you divide by 2 is 100 days of lessons to get that.
Yeah. I start to gather the classes since last year September, so it's pretty slow actually. I'm pretty slow.
1 week, how many classes?
1 week. Because I have full-time job, so maximum at least 2 only for now. I can't take more classes. If I want more, then within a day I have to go up to 3 to 5.
Yeah. So you need 50 weeks. 50 weeks to get that certification.
80 hours or 80 to 100 hours is usually by the school. They will give the theory courses and the teachings. The remaining hours is more like the 120 hours is specifically for teaching practicing other yoga teachers and also interacting with the various yogis in the market. Yeah. So that comprises different sectors depending on each of the yoga schools requirement. Yeah.
Nice.
So all the trainees is called yogi, is it?
Usually yogi is given to people who kind of like, gonna stay single and practicing yoga forever in my context. It seems to be that way, and then they'll move to Himalayas or something. Yeah, so I don't think everyone should be called yogi, but if you are taking a certification, so we can be named ourselves as certified yoga coach. Yeah.
Nice. And for the benefit of our listeners, those who are interested or maybe even looking to take up yoga as a relaxation exercise to stretch their body, and whatnot, maybe you can share how much are your prices or what's the market rate for yoga classes?
Yeah, you can check out my website, goes-passion-life.com. So there is the rate there. But of course, everyone has their own personal prices to charge. For me, I'm based on lucky number. So per hour, I charge $8. But group and corporate classes, I will just charge on subscription basis, depending how many head counts and what type of hatha yoga they are looking at. Yeah.
I think that's very affordable, right? $8 per hour. And then you can also scale because an infinite amount of people can join your classes. And then, one shot you can also go through with them or teach them. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of depends how people think of the price. Like for example, you can set that $8 spend on a coffee to stretch your body. Yeah, so I guess that is how like I think some of the audiences think that it's worth it lah. Yeah.
Okay. What about any funny incidents? Has that ever happened before? Like because you guys are screen sharing, maybe someone doing yoga, then the dog walk across the body, like all those online video. Has any such thing happened before?
Not as of yet that I had. I was quite lucky because most of my students were females. So I guess they're quite careful and they usually like close their room door to prevent any issue. But but previously when I practiced yoga, then my past dog did like kind of like come and disturb me lah. So I just closed the door. No awkward incident so far lah. Yeah.
Andy has awkward incidents. He caught his brother.
Oh yeah.
You share what you caught your brother doing.
Yeah. So about I think a month plus ago, I was just walking past my brother's room. Then I saw him stretching on the floor on top of a mat. Then his laptop was open. Then I looked carefully, like many screens inside. So I know it was definitely a web conference call. Then I asked him, what are you doing? And he said, I'm doing yoga, don't disturb me. So I'm like, yoga? Where did that come from? So yeah, I just walked past lah. But it's cool to see so many people, even my own family members, adopting yoga. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's something that everyone can explore because you can't actually really go out now. And then going out, if you were to run and usually is if you run in the morning it's very hot, run at night there's mosquitoes because now there's a trend of dengue fever, right? So it's dangerous. So practicing yoga is another way that you can keep your body fit or maintain that physics as of now. Yeah.
Yeah, and also contrary to what do you call that belief that actually doing yoga can also make you sweat and lose weight, right?
For me, I don't think that yoga will definitely help to lose weight, but I would think that it will help to tone a little. But it depends on which yoga, because the yoga I teach is hatha yoga, so most of the time is focusing more on balancing your mind and body. Like your mind can't really control your body if it is not synchronized, right? Maybe your mind thinks that I want to do a split, but then when you start to do, right, you don't get the results you want. Yeah, so that's the difference. You have to synchronize,
hand-eye coordination, that's what they call it also.
And also, I think yoga also helps you enhance your core muscles and make you more balanced, right, like you mentioned.
Yeah, like chill, relax, and also energetic in the morning. If you start yoga early in the morning, usually you'll feel quite energetic in the whole day. Yeah.
It actually helps a lot with aging. A lot of the soccer players who practice yoga, they could actually play until a very old age. Like there were some that play until 37, 40 years old and still maintain high level because of yoga.
Personally, I think doing yoga, it helps to stretch your muscles, your joints, also improves blood circulation. So is that also the main reason why you feel more energetic after a session?
It could be because sometimes when people sit too long in front of the computer, you tend to have like back pains, back strains. So when you do yoga, you stretch your muscle, then your body obviously will kind of like feel better,
Yep.
You won't have the strain easily. Then you're also trying to adjust back your original structure, because when you sit and you hunch, right, when you're constantly hunching, your bone will in the long term run, not talking about 1 to 3 days, but in the long term run, like 5 to 10 years, you will definitely have some issues. Yeah.
Now you say sitting until in front of computer until 腰酸背痛, right? I also just suddenly got the feeling I put pillow behind my back now.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so thanks for sharing so much about what you do, and especially during this COVID period, whereby you went online also and started your own yoga classes. Let's talk about some recent news that happened recently. Do you know that actually a lot of Singaporeans are not digital literate? Have you seen any such news published online recently?
Yeah, I think I saw a few on Facebook about scams. Yeah, and I personally myself has encountered twice of social media scams. You know, the first encounter that I had was a Facebook scam. So this Facebook scammer is very interesting. He's usually into like single ladies or single I mean yeah, single ladies. And what he do is he's gonna say, oh, I'm from this working as an offshore engineer. Typical job title is offshore engineer. I don't understand why, but they will talk about, you know, I'm earning a lot of money. I need to and you are so cute. I like you, that kind of thing. They try to sweet talk you, and then they start to tell you that I want to give you a gift. So that was what happened to me.
You seem like
Yeah.
you know the topic very well. Did you experience something similar before?
Yeah, this is the story that I had. So
Oh,
this typical two guys. Okay, there's two guys involved in this scamming conversation. So what they did is, right, they kind of like text and sweet talk one of the guys on the Facebook, and it's like, oh, you're so cute. I'm going to give you a gift. Okay, and it's worth like, you know, a lot of money. And then as for me, because I'm quite defensive kind, right? I'm so scared of all these you know, you study cybersecurity, you know the potential of scam, right? So what I did is I just kind of like told him that, oh, sorry, I don't accept expensive gifts. He was like, no, you must, you must, you must. Then I said, okay, why not I just play on and see what he can do, lah, right? I just said, okay, sure, you want to give him? Then he texted me, he asked for my number, and he WhatsApp me. He said that, right, I will get the logistic guy to send you the gift, like super legit, feel so real, right? So I also like take my risk and then see what happens, because I don't think if they, I think with a mobile number still quite okay lah, WhatsApp, because if WhatsApp, okay, fine, we try it. So what they did is, right, they asked me to transfer them money. At that stage, I think it wasn't so advanced yet. So the scamming is more like you transfer me money only, right? So the guy texts me. He was like, my logistic provider will contact you, and the logistic provider then texts me and asks me to transfer him money because the goods are too heavy to be sent. So he needs that to, you know, kind of like get it out from the, what they call it, the regulatory check or something.
maybe custom or something.
Yeah. Yeah, custom. So then I said, come on, you know, this is not the first day. I'm not a 3 years old kid. Okay, you are cheating people money. I said, I'll report to you to police. And you guess what they replied?
What?
Go
What
and
did I
report. They said, go and report to the police. It's okay. They will never catch us. That's
Yeah.
what they challenged me. And I
Yeah.
really went to the police station, you know.
Yeah, it's useless because they are most of the time they are located overseas. They probably located in China, Philippines, some even Vietnam, sometimes in India as well. Yeah,
Don't forget Nigerians. Yeah.
yeah,
They
Nigerians. don't
use local. They use the local phone +65, okay, and they tell me say that,
Yeah,
right, the
but
police
it's
will not catch them.
Yeah, but it's actually a redirect only. They are the real people talking to you. They're actually not located in Singapore, so
Yep.
they are just using a Singapore number mask and then just calling you. It's
So
just
I really went to the police station.
Did you personally hear their voice? Have you spoken to them? Like, do they have the Singapore accent?
No, it was all the texting only.
And when did this happen? Was it recent?
No, it was really long ago. Maybe I can dig some records, but I kind of like forget about when it was, but it should be around 3 years back. Around there, 3 years back.
Well, but this memory is still very vivid in your mind. Still can remember the exact context, everything. Yeah.
Because I was curious of what they are doing. You know, as a cyber security student, you'll be like, oh, this is how they cheat money. What is it that advanced? No, actually no. Just transfer money is already like the past. Now it's more advanced, the cheating ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they were
Because-
trying to. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
because
ahead.
because they don't even need to be advanced. So if you see the recent news, right? I think like China News Asia and also our blog also we wrote about it that the Singaporeans have really very low digital literacy, but this COVID-19 actually exposes this big issue lah. So before this COVID-19, a lot of people didn't even know what is video conferencing on their laptop. So everybody now is forced, because you cannot meet, everybody is forced to use Zoom, Skype, Google Meet. Yeah. So in the news, they actually wrote that a lot of people don't even own a computer at home. That's even worse. Do you experience any of this thing during your yoga class where you need to teach them how to connect to your Zoom call or something?
I was quite lucky because my friend would help me to organize the call. So like I have like the group classes. So each of them there will be one of these in charge to take care of all these. So far all right, I guess. I didn't have much issue on online call. But yeah, if I'm dealing with a VIP client, then yes lah. Because the age group, let's say example age group could be like 65 or 60 to 65 years old. So if you have like colleagues or clients who are like 60 to 65, yes, that is probably the case. You need to teach from step one,
Yes.
Step one, click on this link, step two, call in, or you can choose to use computer audio.
Yeah. Actually, before COVID-19, we actually had to do a lot of teaching during our time at NTHack. A lot of our customers, we needed to teach them how to use the Google Meet, how to connect to our room and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's really true. A lot of businesses, not even businesses, but individuals, they are now forced to work from home because of the the mandatory default option to employees that can work from home using a laptop has to work from home. So it was only then that people start to realize that they actually don't know a lot of the software tools out there, don't know how to use video conferencing software, or experience issues, to have a seamless, to continue their work seamlessly. So yeah, there were articles released on the news about Singaporeans, actually a rather large percentage of them being digital illiterate. And this was clearly brought out during the COVID situation, where without training, without advance warning, suddenly everybody just work from home. Then now, how are we going to continue communicating with your colleagues, seamlessly and having all your calls? So, yeah. And then also with regards to laptops, just now Dexter, I believe you mentioned that actually the news reported a lot of households in Singapore don't have a laptop or desktop.
Home, yes.
Yeah, or maybe they need to share. Maybe one of the household members is a student, then the whole family needs to share the computer. And then it was reported that Ministry of Education (MOE) they had to loan out estimated 20,000 plus devices, which includes laptops, tablets, and I also heard of a few community groups that gave out laptops as well, either gave or rented out to low-income families to help them. Even Wi-Fi dongles and SIM cards, that means these households don't even have internet access at home.
They don't have those, especially those in the 1-room, 2-room HDB flats. Like 45% of these households do not have. That's what the news wrote.
Yeah. So for any of our
That's
listeners,
actually a lot.
Yeah. That's why
a
a lot of people think that Singapore is very advanced, but it's only those who can afford it. But then those who are in the lower income group, they are actually left behind. That's what actually the news is saying. And a lot of people don't realize it.
Yeah, I think it's only when we read this news, then we see the statistical percentages of the number of households and families out there who are not able to afford, these, I would say, lifestyle devices or even work devices, right? Laptop, depends on what you use it for. I'm aware of a lot of people who buy a high-end, high specifications gaming computer, few $1,000s just to play games. They don't even need to use it for work. And of course, there will be a number of households who cannot afford even to have a normal laptop. So I think in times like this that we really should think back and feel that we are actually fortunate to be able to access our Facebook every day, have our own laptop, video conferencing calls, and so on.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's also because of this gap, right? I feel because of this gap that actually a lot of households only have access to the internet in school or at work. Go back home, they don't have much access. That builds this gap for the digital literacy. So they are very not in tune to the latest tools, to the latest maybe even browsers, operating system, also to cybersecurity, and as what we mentioned, Zoom.
Yeah,
So
that's why That's why IMDA now is actually giving out a lot of grants. You can even have grants for, if I'm not wrong, internet now for those lower income group, they can apply grant for applying internet as well as buying laptops. I think last time you did show me some article that you can claim for even buying laptops, and even the video conferencing softwares are also included. Yeah.
There's also more for businesses under Singtel, under M1. Their special bundles come with quite okay specs for the laptop. Come with certain cybersecurity software, to protect your endpoint. So also there's a lot of grants, and even for low-income families, to anyone out there who's listening in, if you need a laptop, you think you need help, financial help to purchase a laptop, do Google, try to find Google keywords like schemes, or grants to buy laptops in Singapore. There should be a few that will pop out, so you can apply for those.
There were also some people that were giving away free refurbished old secondhand computers to those needy people. Yeah. I will probably find a link and then put it in the show notes below. And then if you really need a computer or something, and you can just apply and contact the people through that link. Yeah.
Dexter, I know you for quite some time already. You like every year, latest computer come out, latest new spec graphic card come out, you buy it. Where's all your old computer? You can donate some of them.
Yeah, so I'm guilty of what you said just now. I always spend. So I have one computer that is high end at home, and also one in the office, high end in the office as well. And now it's rotting in the office because of this work from home measures.
Okay, so maybe you can think about it. Maybe have lucky draw, give away your high spec computer. I think that's an idea.
I did give away to some parts to friends.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah. So going slightly back, this digital illiteracy that maybe some households or some individuals are facing would then again cause them to be easily scammed, right? Or phish.
That's right.
So Sarah mentioned 3 years ago, she was, don't know, lucky or unlucky enough to be targeted by 2 individuals, males, who tried to scam her out of money. And they were trying to ask her to send money to their courier, right? The delivery service, so that they can send her something that was apparently very heavy. Maybe it's even a pallet of gold bricks. You don't know, man, Sarah. So luckily, she's cybersecurity trained. She's aware, street smart, and she didn't fall for the scam.